So an issue or question, which seems to be a hot topic with the parents who come to me to seek counseling, is why do my kids constantly talk back and give me an attitude every time I ask them to do something? Now, being a counselor who works with both teens and parents, I see this issue on a regular basis. Parents usually believe that this is some form of disrespect and disregard of their parenting styles, which makes everyone involved feel angry and frustrated. Now, I've even seen cases where parent-child disputes have become so volatile to the point that even the most minor of disagreements, like, say, forgetting to turn off a light, becomes a violent screaming match. So to provide a little bit of respite to the subject matter, let's refer to the 4 goals of systematic training and effective parenting, or known as STEP. What STEP says is that kids engage in dysfunctional behaviors basically as a way to achieve one of 4 goals. It's either power, attention, inadequacy, or revenge. Now let's just dive right into these behaviors and basically discuss what we can do about them and what you as parents can implement at home. So if you as a parent are feeling annoyed and irritated, but not necessarily angry by your child's misbehavior, then what that means is your child is most likely just trying to gain your attention. Now what this looks like are behaviors like interrupting during phone calls, whining, nagging at the supermarket, and interrupting conversations. So basically trying all they can do to get you to focus your attention on them. In these situations, I gotta implore you to do your best not to just react to the behavior, but to regain control of the situation, recognize your own feelings so that you can calm down, and assess the child's goal for behavior. And then lastly, address the situation calmly. Now it's not easy and it's going to take some patience, but believe me when I say it's doable. Next, if you are growing angry and feel threatened by your child's behavior, and you feel or find yourself punishing, fighting back, or giving in, then you're in a classic power struggle with your child. Now in these situations, to diffuse the power, you need to back off and be the adult in the scenario. Speak respectfully to the child, identify why the child is angry, and model the good anger management behavior. Now this is obviously easier said than done, but keep in mind that kids learn how to deal with emotions from their parents. So if you or they see you losing control and losing your cool, then they're going to do the same thing. Now let's segue into inadequacy. This is experienced when it appears that everyone has given up and you, as the parent, simply expect nothing more from the child. Handling a discouraged child is definitely the hardest, most difficult of the 4 misbehaviors, and it takes the longest to change. But what these kids need is to learn how they can experience success. And I'm not just saying that you should reward them for everything they do, but give them small, manageable activities so they can feel a sense of accomplishment and self-worth, building themselves up. Lastly, when your child is saying and doing downright mean and hurtful things, they're acting out of the want for revenge. Now this is going to leave you, the parent, feeling hurt, angry, and sometimes wanting to get back at the child, even in a way of dropping yourself down to their level. But I need you to try your best to avoid the no-win struggle and link the child's hurtful words or actions to their expressed feelings of hurt by saying, "That was a very hurtful thing you said, and it genuinely hurt my feelings." People who are acting in hurtful ways are usually hurt themselves. Tell me, what is hurting you? Now guys, I hope this paints a picture and gives you the broad picture as to your child's misbehavior and to give concrete, useful strategies to better deal with it instead of simply just avoiding it or covering up the issue. All right, thanks so much for your time. And this is Sal with CMHA.